My gosh, guys. Well, this week was extremely painful. Nothing really did well that we own, and for me, with this small amount of money, I personally don't like to try and time the sell before a sell-off because you're not always right. In fact, sometimes you might sell thinking, oh look, we're downtrending right now, and so we better hurry and sell all of our positions to protect our assets, right? Well, then the next thing you know, it does a reversal and you're left there. With $1,000, you don't have a lot that you can kind of liquidate and keep onto the side. I mean, is it an option? Yeah, it is, but truthfully, with such a small account, I've always just felt like just keep it in there. And if there is something that you really have lost your conviction in, then sell it. That's basically what I did this week. So I'll kind of go into that and show you what little trades I did make this week on the $1,000 account. But for the most part, it's been pretty boring. I've just been letting the market do what it does, and what it's been doing is just bleeding out lately. So let's just hurry and take a look at it. So I'm gonna just pull up Webull on my phone this week because I think it's a little bit easier and I can still be looking at the camera and everything, and I feel like it will seem better. So anyway, let's get right into it. So here's the account value. We're sitting at $899.51. So we're actually down $100 off the initial investment. So now let's go ahead and go through some of these positions. So we have a couple of positions still on love. We had these love calls. They're going to expire, totally worthless. So that was a bad play on my part. Happens. We have shares of love, well actually one share of love, but the problem is that we bought that at $77.24, and truthfully the conviction for that was at that time it was close to a support, and I honestly didn't foresee them falling the way that they have fallen along with a lot of other stocks, and so we picked them up, and since then it's been nothing but a free fall, a 21% free fall in fact. But I'm still holding that as I feel like they will rebound eventually. It's kind of inevitable. They have massive growth. The fundamentals of that company haven't changed. The only thing that's really changed is the market sentiment. In fact, that's kind of how I feel on a lot of these positions that I'm going to be showing you today, and why I haven't sold is I still fundamentally believe and technically believe in these companies and what they do and what the products or services that they provide. And even though the market sentiment has changed since I purchased them, it won't take very much for the market to rotate and bring them right back to the prices that we purchased them at. Just as quickly as the market can reverse and go down, it can reverse and go right back up. So that's why for me, on these small accounts, I'm not going to be selling any of these. Anyway, continue. We got our DOU here. We have 10 shares. We're down about 19% on that. Our charge point, that one we have been kind of dollar cost averaging down on. So we're only about 8.66% down on that, as I have really high conviction on charge point. I'm going to be putting out a detailed deep dive video on charge point later this week, so keep your eye out for that. PLL, I also have not sold them, as I truthfully feel like $73 for PLL is actually a decent deal. I have a personal price target on these guys of about $85 to $90 by Q2 of 2022, so I am more than happy to be in at $73.88. Very next, we still are holding our AMC, even though we're down about 37% on it, but we are going to keep on supporting the apes. So we're not going to sell that AMC. We're just going to keep on holding it. Whatever it does, if it goes to zero, so be it. Next thing is NEO. We have one share of NEO. We're down about 17% on them, but still I'm pretty happy with having NEO in the account. I'm in a little bit heavy at $51.84. We bought these guys before the reversal really happened, just kind of on a slight red day, when we were still possibly thinking that this market was in a rally actually, before the CPI data even came out. So we're in them high, but I'm gonna just keep on holding it, and hopefully with some of how the other trades might play out, I might be able to buy some more NEO and dollar cost average on it. But for now, I'm just gonna continue to hold the share. Next, we have SOFI. I've purchased them a couple of times to dollar cost average down. Initially, we bought them very high at $18.70. So that's another one that we purchased before the CPI data came out and before a lot of this market pain started. The next one we also bought was on 7.7 when the fall had kind of started to begin a little bit on the S&P, just some correction on SOFI. And we bought one share, so we're in the process of trying to dollar cost average down. After that, we have our HUT calls. Those ones are also going to be expiring worthless, which is okay. That was another gamble play, another spec play. After that, we have SunNova Energy. Again, another great fundamental company that I believe in immensely. Down 13% from the time we bought it. Just going to hold it. Another one, Redfin. We're down on that one as well, 15%. But again, I am more than happy to keep on holding Redfin as I am a believer in the company. C3AI, this one is one of these ones that I still am very bullish on, and I think that at any day it could start to run and actually go up to where it deserves to be. The company, in my opinion, is totally undervalued right now. If you haven't checked out C3AI, go into some research on them. They're a really great company. Partnering with Snowflake, and I mean, just here lately, Snowflake had a pretty good run one day. And I mean, you can just go and take a look at how the comparison is between those two companies. They kind of do partially the same type of a thing, but they do have a partnership. So anyway, go look at C3AI. Another one that I'm extremely bullish on is EVGO. I'll be doing a video on EVGO as well, so keep your eyes out for that. We've been dollar cost averaging down on that. In fact, it was one of my purchases that I made this week, as EVGO has been getting kind of crushed. But then we had some news come out on EVGO that I'll be putting in the video that I'm going to be posting later this week. That was kind of a change on sentiment, I think, for a lot of investors. And then last, of course, but not least, we have Huya. This is another one that I'm very bullish on still. It is a great company in my opinion. It's basically the Chinese Twitch for game streaming. So I'm super bullish on them still, even though we're down 10% on it. They're basically at the bottom of the floor in regards to a technical analysis on the stock. So it's still a great time to buy. And if I get some more cash, I will probably try and still pick up some more Huya shares. Alright guys, so I'll hurry and just kind of list off the trades that I did wind up making this week so you're fully aware of them, and I'll also be showing them here on the screen too. So the very first trade that I made this week was 713. I bought another share of EVGO. We bought that at 11.39. Very next thing that I did was also on 713, I sold some Dogecoin. In fact, I sold the whole position of Dogecoin at market value of 19 cents and 65. And then after that, on 714, I bought some more EVGO at the market price of 11.01 to dollar cost average down. And last but not least, on 716, that is Friday, I believe, I bought some ChargePoint at, what was it, 23.04, and I bought one share of that to dollar cost average down on that. Alright guys, so like I said, kind of a boring week as far as movements and everything like that. It's been just kind of painful, not so fun, and you know, that's kind of part of investing with a smaller amount of money. And what I would suggest doing in a time like this, if you're able to, is get more cash and start investing more into the market right now. On these market dips, it's the prime opportunity to go take advantage of cheap on sale stocks. Now, I myself only want to trade $1,000 to keep this video series kind of interesting to see how $1,000 can transform over time. But if I were trading and I were able to add some more, I definitely would be adding right now and looking for great opportunities and stocks I have high conviction in that I would like to purchase, and probably going out and trying to time my purchases based on technical analysis. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video update on the $1,000 account. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a very profitable week of trading, even though this market hasn't been so great. Have a great week. Please hit that subscribe button down below, hit that like button and the notification bell so that way you're notified every time I upload, and we will see you next time.